Hi, welcome to Eclectic Self Protection Self-Defense Systems UK. This coaching video is on how to defend against a hair grab coming from the front. Before I coach and demonstrate how to defend against a hair grab coming from the front, I just want to give you some key principles and key facts related to hair grabs that you need to understand. The first thing is if you can get away from the attacker and be at a distance, they're not going to be able to grab your hair in the first place. So distance is our friend, distance is our ally. So any type of hair attack that comes to try and grab you, you just want to maintain your distance. You want to create as much distance as you can away from this attacker that's trying to grab you to stop them from grabbing your hair in the first place. So the best form of defense against a hair grab is your situational awareness and not letting the attacker grab your hair in the first place. However, if they do grab your hair, you're stuck in this situation, you need to do something about it. The second thing you need to understand is that when an attacker grabs your hair, and the reason you feel pain is because the hair of both a lady and a man, but particularly for women because they have long hair, the hair is attached to sensitive nerve endings and nerve structures of the actual head itself. So when the attacker actually grabs your hair and pulls, you're going to feel a pain sensitivity on the hair and nerve structure. And obviously, if you're a lady and you've got longer hair and the attacker's really pulling you with force, you're going to feel it even more because the hair is longer and it's going to give you this pain syndrome. Another thing you need to understand is that an experienced attacker usually won't just place the hand and grab you. If an experienced attacker knows what they're doing, they're going to sink the hand through into the center of the hair, get a whole bunch of your hair, and then pull you to get firmer control. And what you also need to understand is the sport science of forces. If I'm pulling this way and you retreat backwards, you go back, and she resists the force, she's going to feel the pain sensitivity even more. And if I'm grabbing her hair and I pull her forward, she goes with the flow, she's taking away some of the pain sensitivity. Another thing you need to understand is that when an attacker has got control of your hair here, they're very likely and most probably going to drive blows in towards your face, whether it's going to punch in towards your face, punch into the jaw, punch into the solar plexus, or alternatively drive knees into your body, get full control, and drive knees and kicks into your body and then take you down to the floor. And they might have a further reason to assault you further. So you need to understand this. So bearing in mind all these key points we just mentioned, I want you to relate this to the defenses I'm going to teach you against the front hair grab now. Okay, so how to defend against a hair grab coming in from the front using a wrist lock. So here, the defender's going to demonstrate it all the way through, and we're going to go through the coaching points of the video. Okay. Good, excellent. Okay, what happened here? So, as the attacker grabs and sinks their hand into your hair from this position, the first thing they're going to do is going to bring the hand on top here and place their thumb in between my thumb and my index finger, with the other four fingers latching around my hand here. And what this is doing is, number one, it's stopping to some degree the pull of the hair, and number two, the elbow sticking out is giving you some protection against any types of strikes that may come in from the upper body. Second thing is the defender needs to strike to create a window of opportunity to lead into the defense. So what the defender's going to do now from this position is they're going to drive a palm heel strike towards my face. They're going to step in front of me here, latch the arm all the way over. They're going to drop their armpit down, they bend their knees, and then from this position, you've got this nice tight control. She puts pressure back through my wrist, go, and a lock comes on straight away. So watch this again. So from here, I'm grabbing the attacker's hair. The defender places their hand tight onto my hand with the thumb, on her hand between my thumb and index finger. It's a nice cover up against the defense here. And from this position, the palm heel strike comes directly towards my face, bang. So that palm heel is going directly into my jawline structure, and that's going to weaken me up. Now from this position, she's going to turn my hand down this way. She steps in front, she gets control, brings the hand on top like so. The opposite hand is on my wrist, she bends her knee, she gets the armpit control and puts pressure on my wrist. And the lock comes on straight away. So when you're doing the wrist lock, you want to think about the square of a hand. So if I just come closer just to demonstrate and show you what the square of a hand is here. So if you place your hand up like so from this position here, and you envision if you find the square that lies within the hand itself, from this top knuckle to the end knuckle to the bottom of the wrist to the opposite bottom of the wrist back up to the top knuckle again, that is the square of the hand. Now when you put pressure in the central area of that square with the opposite hand back through the forearm and down through into the forearm, it's going to put pressure on your hand and then consequently put the wrist lock on, and that's exactly what you want. So again, from this position here, as I grab Sophie's hair, she blocks, defends against any attacks, she palm heel strikes it towards my face, she steps in front as she turns this hand down, she gets the control, she's dominating me in this position here. It's very important that you got your body tight in, the knees are bent, she's got a good sense of gravity, she's got full control of my arm, because if he doesn't have full control and I pull back, I'm going to escape out of it. So he needs to get full tight control. And from there, she pushes pressure on back through in the square of her hand, and the lock comes on straight away. So if we demonstrate this from this point of view here, just so you can get a second viewpoint of it. So from here, the attacker grabs through the hair, the opposite hand locks on top, so the hand tight and controlled, thumb in between my index finger and thumb, some protection here.
Other way.
Cool. It's nice and controlled here, tight and controlled, stopping the hair pull from me pulling to some degree. Thumb into between my thumb and my index finger, 4 fingers latching over from here. Elbow protection against some cover against upper body strikes. From here she does the palm heel striking towards my face. She steps in front, she breaks the hair grip, and from there latches over, bends her knees, armpit control, nice and tight, pressure, back and forward. Good, excellent. And the lock comes on, as you can see. So the reason we strike in this particular hair defense grab from the front is because if you come across a male attacker or someone who's a lot bigger than you and who's a lot stronger and has a bigger muscle structure, and you immediately try to go into that hair defense, you might have difficulty doing it. At least this way, if you drive a palm heel strike through and towards the face, it's going to cause a disorientation of the attacker and give you what's called a window of opportunity of a few seconds to lead into your defense and break the hair grip and put the wrist lock on. So when you get this control, think about cover, defending some protection against your body, driving that palm heel strike through, turning the hand and arm down as you strike through, get the armpit control, dominate the attacker, drop your knees, latch onto the wrist and forearm, put pressure back through the wrist of the hand and break the hand, and then obviously you will exit to a safe zone as soon as possible. So that there is how to defend against a hair grab coming from the front using a wrist lock.